And our First Alert weather team has been telling you that fires will be a concern with the warm up and that wind on the way. So let's bring in meteorologist Ashley Nanfria now with your First Alert weather forecast. Hi, Ashley.
Yeah, it's really the heat that we're feeling out there right now. Luckily, the wind's still staying tame for now, but by the time we hit tomorrow afternoon, that wind will be increasing. But out there right now, this heat really drying things out across the region, as many of us are running about 4 to 10 degrees warmer than where we were about 24 hours ago. Upper 90s, triple digits across the valley floor as you even near the foothills, the Sierra. Temperatures right now ranging anywhere from the 80s to even the upper 90s. So we're all feeling that heat. But as we check in with our wind speeds right now, very light across the Sacramento Valley, the northern foothills included. But just to the south, as you get closer to the San Joaquin Valley, we are starting to see that slight uptick in those winds, and that's going to continue as we look ahead to tomorrow. But out there this evening, if you're heading out to the A's game, just know it's going to be a hot start to the game just in time for first pitch. But luckily, after sunset, our temperatures do drop off. Looking ahead to the next few days, wind is going to be the big story, but a nice cool down on the way. But that wind is going to keep fire risk high. I've got the details on just how strong the winds will be coming up. Hunter?
All right, Ashley, thank you. Yeah, and you just heard her say it. Those winds are coming in quick, and in fact, thousands of PG&E customers could sit in the dark soon, and that's because the utility is considering public safety power shutoffs. They could start as soon as tomorrow. PG&E says 9,500 customers could be impacted across 15 counties. In our area, that includes 985 customers in San Joaquin County.
So with that, your reporter covering San Joaquin County, Carmela Karcher, joining us live now, getting answers on this. Carmela, terrible timing.
Yeah, really terrible timing. It is hot today. Now, PG&E said just under 1,000 customers here in San Joaquin County will be impacted by these power shutoffs. But for this neighborhood that I'm in right now, just nearby Tracy and north of the 205, they say that's much more than just the electricity that they're using. They said they actually won't have access to running water. Dry conditions and gusty winds creating the perfect conditions for a major wildfire. That means PG&E is preparing for yet another public safety power shutoff.
Even though it's only June, we're already seeing vegetation that's really pretty dry. And so with those increased wind levels, that, increases the concern for a potential fire risk. And so those are the kind of the factors that we're looking at right now.
But for one neighborhood between Tracy and Mountain House, their main water pump is powered by electricity. So if the power goes out, so do their taps.
Everything gets run off of the well, the pump. So once that goes down, we have no use of anything at that point. So no showers, no water, refrigerator, everything's done.
Like many of her neighbors, Brenda owns horses and other animals. She's concerned about their safety if she has no power or water.
How do we function without water? It's not so much the PG&E, but without water when we have animals and things like that, having to compensate for that, go and buy a big, one of those tubs that you put in the back of your truck and fill that up somewhere with non-potable water to do things like that.
PG&E says not all customers will be out for the entire 4-day PSPS, but they did mention how unusual it is to have these conditions this early in the season.
And it's also a little bit early to see these types of winds, honestly. But, it has happened before, and it's just out of an abundance of caution.
But the utility company says while they have done these for the past 10 years, the shutoffs have become more precise, which means not as many customers get impacted and not as many have to face the summer heat. Now, for neighborhoods like the one I'm in, PG&E suggests buying a generator, but of course that can be expensive. The next best thing that they suggest is going to one of their resource centers to either get cool or find a place to charge your phone.
All right, just so concerning there.
Right.
You can imagine why they are worried here. All right, live for us in San Joaquin County, Carmela, thank you.